You met in church together?
Yeah.
And did being a Christian play a role in the decision to join the police force?
Yeah, I think it did. I think there's a desire to help vulnerable people that comes with applying for the police, and I think that works well with my Christian faith.
I think Jesus is a prime example of someone who walks towards pain, walks towards people who need help. That's all over Scripture, to go and be kind of an advocate for the weak.
That's his work.
Yeah, exactly.
God's work at play. Yeah. That's so wonderful. And you must, in your job, meet some quite adverse situations. How do you deal with that, and how does your faith come into that?
I think since I joined the job, I found as you pray the Lord's Prayer and you pray for protection, for deliverance from evil, I mean, there's so much uncertainty. And I think being able to pray to a God who knows exactly what the future holds, about what you might encounter, I find it really encouraging.
So we're going to let you go off and carry on your patrol, and Dan and I are going to head off. What are we up to?
Yeah, we're heading in Market Square to do some high visibility patrols.
I can't lie, I'm very excited about getting in a police van,
yeah.
So let's do it.
Cool.
It's time for my first ever ride in a police van to a patrol in the centre of Cambridge.
So tell me about your first time going out on a call as a police officer.
Yeah, it was a concern for welfare for a female on the train tracks in the middle of the night. It was a night shift, and it was probably about a 20-minute blue light run. So adrenaline was pumping. It was quite an experience.
And being a Christian police officer at that point, what was going through your mind?
I think I was praying a lot, and I still do on blue light runs for my safety, for my colleagues' safety. I'm always praying that I'll have the courage to deal with whatever I'm about to face. You know, the Bible says that all things work together for the good of those who love Him, and that is always a comfort to me that I'm in God's hands. And it can be, challenging at times. It can be easy to get cynical. It can be easy to let the stress get the better of you in this job. But if anything, I've found that actually my faith has strengthened since becoming a police officer, and it's made me rely more on God and show more faith in His provision and His protection.
So we're here.
Yeah.
Don't forget your hat.
Today's high visibility patrol aims to reduce crime and reassure the public.
So when you're out on a patrol like this, what kind of things are you looking out for?
Yeah, I think generally just being an approachable presence for the public is important. If anyone wants to come up and speak and engage with the police, it's a really good opportunity to do that. We've been made aware that there's kind of a rise in pickpocketing in this area, so just keeping sort of your eyes peeled for any suspicious activity as well.
And what role does forgiveness play in your job and in the workplace too? That must be a thing that comes up in spades.
Yeah, I think having an attitude of forgiveness is really important. People are going to be angry with you. People are going to assault you at times. But you just have to remember that oftentimes those are people in a really dark place. Jesus on the cross said, "Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they're doing." And I think just trying to imitate Jesus in that regard is really compatible with what I believe as a Christian.